welcome to Missed It by How Much. This is a channel that tests sports hypotheses by using computer game engines. We're currently replaying the 2013 MLB season as Los Angeles Dodgers manager and general manager, controlling the players on and off the field. Today we'll be catching up on a couple games I played off screen. This was the first one. Chris Capuano was back on the hill for the Dodgers. In the meantime, we lost Mark Ellis, our second baseman. He's injured for about 2 weeks. Skip Schumacher filled in, and Jerry Hairston came in left field. We kind of played a reduced lineup with Gordon leading off, although he did really well, 3 for 4. The Dodgers lost this game 8-6, as you can see in extras. Here are the pitchers. Really impressed with the Arizona bullpen, including Ziegler and Putz. Both did a great job. The Dodgers lost in the 10th on a Kenley Jansen 2-run home run to Goldschmidt. He served that one up with a runner on second. Here you see that otherwise. It was a back and forth game. Dodgers had a 3-run homer from Andre Ethier in the first inning, and everything was going swimmingly for Capuano until the 4th. That's when the bases got loaded. And Martin Prado hit a grand slam. The Dodgers took the lead back in the bottom of the frame in a walk in the run situation. The Arizona came back and tied it in the top of the 5th on a double play after 2 consecutive singles. Stayed 5-5 until the top of the 7th, where Eric Hinske came in, and we had Paco Rodriguez pitching, and the numbers looked terrible. He was a 10 power hitter against lefties, only a 2 versus righties, so we brought in Guerrero, and he proceeded to give up a home run, solo shot down the right field line, even though the wind was blowing out to left. The numbers were terrible. So I guess it does, more than having the right-handedness on pitchers, is better to go with your better pitcher than your worst one, as that ended up. And that's how it stayed until the bottom of the 9th, where Shane Victorino came in off the bench, homered to tie it. And then the aforementioned 2-run shot by Goldschmidt put the game pretty much out of reach for the Dodgers on May 6th. That took the Dodgers to 23-8, and then we had our second bullpen game of the season, and that game was a no contester. The Dodgers barely had any offense, and surprisingly, the game was fairly close till the 5th. I believe Gregorius hit a 3-run home run. Let's take a look at the recap. That'll give us a better indication. Yeah, Gregorius with a 3-run home run, and then in the 9th we brought in Schumacher to pitch. It just got out of hand. All in all, pretty good pitching from this bullpen game, and only used 5 relievers, 4 if you don't count Schumacher. So that's where we're at. We've now lost Jerry Hairston Jr. He's out for a while. And so in that game that you just saw, Sellers came up from the minors. He played shortstop, didn't do anything. One more send down after bringing up as many pitchers as possible for the bullpen game. We now have Tim Fedorovich on our team as a third catcher, at least for now. And that'll be fun to be able to hit for catchers and not feel like I'm hamstrung later in games if we're behind. So that takes us to May 8th. We're now 23-9. We're one of the 3 teams that still don't have 10 losses, but we'll have to win today. Fortunately for us, we've lost the series. We're trying to avoid the sweep by Arizona. Fortunately, we have Clayton Kershaw, our ace, on the mound. So we'll play through these games, including this will be an interesting pitching duel. Atlanta and Cincinnati have the 2 best ERAs in the National League. We'll take a look at this highlight board as we run through these games. As we play up to Wade Miley facing Kershaw. So that might be a semi-pitcher's duel as well. We'll see. The way Arizona's been hitting off of the Dodgers pitching, anything can happen. And as you see here, that was not a pitcher's duel. So we'll try to get the Dodgers back to a semi-normal lineup today. Although injuries have really been hurting, we'll have one more bullpen game. I believe it'll be in this area right here next week before we finally get Zach Greinke back and have the top 3 pitchers together for the rest of the season. There was a pitching duel. Toronto beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay really showing well. Cincinnati is just on fire as a team. We'll have to look into that. Maybe watch a scouting report game with them in the near future. They've done so well. Here's a close game as well. San Francisco beating Philadelphia 2-1. Boston continues playing well with only 10 losses, beating Minnesota. Still feel good about winning the division. It'll be interesting to see, though, playing some of these better teams, Cincinnati, St. Louis, Atlanta, how things go there. Interleague play will be interesting as well. Oakland, one of the real division winners, floundering just above 500 at 19-16. All right, it's finally our turn. So let's play a baseball game. I believe Wade Miley is a left-hander. Let's see if I'm correct. He is. So we're going to go over here and find the best OPS for lefty players. Yasiel Puig will start it off for us in right field. And then Scott Van Slyke can come play left. Skip Schumacher gets a start at second. Surprisingly, Loney doing very well against lefties thus far. And Matt Kemp. Well, let's try again. Matt Kemp will play center field. Ramon Hernandez gives A.J. Ellis a day off. And see, this is where Fedorovich comes in. He might be able to take some at-bats from A.J. Ellis and allow him to save those for later in the season. Shane Victorino is going to get the day off. Huh. D. Gordon will play short. And Luis Cruz will play third. Uribe worse than Cruz against left-handers, and that's saying something. And as we said before, Ace will be on the mound at 115 pitches. That was something strange Did I just erase the whole lineup? We'll see. When Capuano came back, he only had 85 pitches. So we're going to see. Yeah, so he can only go 87. I took him a little bit over. We'll see if that was just a momentary blip on the screen or if that's what he'll be saddled with the rest of the season. I could see him being like a middle reliever in the playoffs. Someone who could pitch 2 to 3 good innings for you if you're behind. Not using the whole bullpen. We do need a long man for that. Okay, sorry, back to what we're here for, which is to play the game. All right, there's the lineup. Not our best lineup. Shane Victorino, not there. Uribe, usual starter. But that's where we're at. We're expecting 3.5 runs today. I don't know if that's enough to win a game, especially the way Arizona's been hitting, but we'll see. Take a beat here before I erase the whole game. Hit the button too soon. We'll take this page off. All right. So if we're going to win this game, it's going to have to be low scoring. The weather's 77 degrees. Right to left. Again, I still don't know what that means. At 4 miles an hour. All right, for Kershaw in the season, he's had one bad outing. He's 4-1 with a 2.33 ERA and 54 innings pitched, only 36 hits, 11 walks and 47 K, a whip of .870. Very impressive. And here's the defense behind him. Hernandez at catcher, only a 4 and a 5. He's made his fair share of errors. Loney a 7 and a .995 fielding percentage at first. Schumacher, D. Gordon, and Luis Cruz round out the infield from left to right. In the outfield, it's Van Slyke, Kemp, and Puig. Stepping in is A.J. Pollock. He's 232 with an OPS of 580. Here we go. And he starts off with a fly ball to center. Kemp ranging in, makes the grab easily, 1 down. Important to keep these hitters off the base paths in front of Goldschmidt. Gregorius has had himself a series and a season thus far. He's hitting .343 with an OPS of 968. I think in the last game he had 3 great plays, and they were the only 3 great plays he had all season. Regardless of that, hitting .343 is very impressive. You want to get as many people on base in front of Paul as possible. Look at his fielding real quick. Yeah, he has 3. So Gregorius showing off thus far in the season. Steps in against Kershaw with 1 out. The pitch. There's a ground ball to Gordon. Big hop. Always take a deep breath when he throws. And he gets him. 2 down for Goldschmidt. And we're not going to pitch around him. We're going to trust Kershaw. There's a fly ball to deep left. Back goes Kemp. Coming down, and it's in his glove. 1, 2, 3 for the Diamondbacks. We're through half an inning. The Dodgers are coming up to face Wade Miley for the first time. Wade on the season 3.08 ERA. He's 3-0 in wins and losses. 32 hits in 38 innings, 12 walks, 28 K, and a 1.158 whip. Great numbers there. Puig steps in, and he says, I'll see your numbers with an OPS over 1. Let's see what happens. The pitch. There's a base hit into left over Gregorius' head into left field. Cody Ross will pick it up and toss it in. I thought Ross was a part-time player, but he's played in all 3 games in this series. Puig no chance to run, so Van Slyke steps in for a chance. First a throw over. He's back. Van Slyke's average finally dipping below 300. He's at 276. He has 5 home runs, 11 RBI, 13 runs scored. An OPS also over 1, facing Miley. And there's a pop-up. It looks like it's Gregorius's. He's shaded out onto the grass, just past the dirt, and he makes a grab. 1 out for Schumacher. Pitch by Miley. Struck him out. 2 down for Loney. Hitting .327 on the season. Gets another base hit past Gregorius. Is Puig going to test Ross's arm? There's no test because he rides in easily. And it's 1st and 3rd with 2 outs for Kemp. Excellent numbers, including a slug of .469. See if he can solve Miley and get the first run on the board for the Dodgers. The pitch. There's a ground ball to Prado. Big hop. He'll go the short way to second. And the Dodgers threaten to score, but don't. We're through 1, no score. Kershaw facing Ross, Prado, and Nieves at catcher. Ross facing a lefty. Usually that's his best side or best opponent. Hits one to right. Puig inching back. The glove goes up and the ball comes down in it. 1 out for Prado. Big grand slam last game. He's hitting .270 on the season with 5 home runs, 16 RBI, 16 runs scored, and an OPS of .738. Ground ball to Gordon. Big hop from the grass. Throws out Prado. 2 out for Nieves. And that looks like a base hit past Schumacher. Into right field, Puig watches Nieves return to first. Only a 1-speed. Here's Parra. And he gets a base hit off of Kershaw. Those numbers were terrible if you go back and look at that. Van Slyke's not going to be able to throw him out. So both teams now with 1st and 3rd and 2 out. In steps Josh Wilson, who's hitting .174 on the season with an OPS of .452. Kershaw should be able to get him out. We'll see. There's a ground ball. It's past Loney. That's a base hit. Josh Wilson comes through. We could have walked him and pitched to the pitcher, but Wilson comes through. The Diamondbacks lead 1-0. Parra runs all the way to 3rd on that play. So it's 1st and 3rd again with 2 out. Facing Miley. A surprise run for the Diamondbacks here from the bottom of the order. Schumacher has to make a great play to get Miley at first. That's a 2nd of the season. The Diamondbacks score, though. The bottom of the lineup comes through on a big hit by Josh Wilson. And the Diamondbacks lead 1-0. All right. Hernandez, Gordon, and Cruz facing Miley. Hernandez starts off with a base hit to right. Not going to test Parra's 10 rated arm for Gordon. Here's a good place to bunt, I think. Hernandez a 5. So let's hope he can get to second here. It's a good bunt. It's successful and moves Hernandez over. The tying runs at second with 1 out for Cruz and then Kershaw. Pitch to Cruz is a strikeout. 2nd strikeout for Miley. 2 down, and it's up to Kershaw. Pitch is another strikeout. That's 3 for Miley. The Dodgers get a base hit, and that's it. We're through 2. It's 1-0. Diamondbacks. All right, top of the order again for Arizona. Starts with A.J. Pollock. Facing Kershaw at 32 pitches. He hits a ground ball to Loney. Big hop, and he messes it up, but he recovers and gets him. I believe in the last game, Loney had his first error of the season, and also was first great play. He hit him in a bad spot. I don't know where that was. All right, anyhow, 1 out for Gregorius versus Kershaw. Struck him out. That's only Kershaw's first strikeout of the game. Now with 2 down and the base is empty, Goldschmidt steps in. That's where you want him. The pitch is a ground ball to Schumacher. He ranges to his left and flips to Loney. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Kershaw. We're through 2.5. It's 1-0 Diamondbacks. Top of the order for the Dodgers here in the 3rd. Puig, Van Slyke, and Schumacher. Pitch is a second base hit for Puig. He has 2 singles to his name, unless he tries to stretch it for 2, and he does not. He holds. So, runner at first, nobody out for Van Slyke. Great numbers there, including an on base of 422. Let's see if he can get on base right here. Pitch. He struck him out. Miley with 4K. So Schumacher steps in with 1 out. Puig no threat to go. Schumacher hits one. Is that past Goldschmidt? It is, into right field. Puig going to go for third on Parra's 10 arm? No, he is not. Wow, Puig, a 7 speed, just says hits brakes and says I'm in scoring position. All right, first and second, 1 out for Loney, who's 1 for 1. He also has a single. Numbers look respectable. Trying to tie up the game. Pitch. That looks like a base hit into right field. Parra's going to pick it up. Is Puig going to test his arm? Is it going to be a test? And I'm not going to try to pass it. The bases are loaded on 3 singles. And still nobody has scored. And it's going to be up to Matt Kemp to get the run in. He's going to have to make contact. He has good numbers here. Not overwhelming, though. So we need a fly ball to the outfield. Or a ground ball that's not a double play. Productive out. Gets us a run. Miley at 51 pitches. And there's a ground ball. Is that past Prado? Nope, he's got it. Flips to Wilson for 1, but that's it. Kemp does not get thrown out at first. The Dodgers score a run, and we're tied at 1. All right, Kemp with a 97% chance to steal here with Hernandez up. And I like those chances. I'm going to try for it. See if they throw. They don't. And Kemp has stolen it. That's his third base. Third stolen base of the season. So now a base hit can score 2 possibly. Don't hit it over here. Hernandez took a ball on that pitch. He has good numbers. Not for average, but for slug. Wow. All right, Miley now at 53 pitches in this stressful inning. Let's see how he does. Hernandez gets a base hit to left. And that looks like that's in the gap. That could be 2. And it is. Both runners score on Ramon Hernandez's 4th double of the season, and the Dodgers take the lead 3-1. Okay, with 2 out, Gordon steps in. He sacrificed his first time up. He'll take on Miley at 54 pitches and hit a ground ball to Prado. It's going to be a close play at first, and Gordon is out. All right, we're through 3. 1/3 of this game is complete, and the Dodgers lead 3-1. That's the number of runs. Well, it was 3.5 we saw at the beginning of the video. So let's see if Kershaw now finally has a lead, how he pitches with that lead. Here's Cody Ross leading it off. He's 0 for 1. He hits a ground ball short. Gordon takes his time, throws him out. 1 down. For Prado, not great numbers. It's a fly ball to right. That's deep. Puig going back. Is it over his head? It is. It's off the wall. Puig recovers, but he's going to get a triple out of that play. That's his first of the season, and a runner in very good scoring position with 1 out. So Kershaw's going to have to bear down. We are not bringing the infield up here. So Nieves straight steps in. He's 1 for 1 thus far. Let's see what Kershaw can do. A strikeout right here would be very beneficial. It's a ground ball to Schumacher. That should be an easy out. And the run will score. It's 3-2 Dodgers. All right, 2 outs. Now bases are empty for Parra. Those numbers are not good. They weren't last time, though, and he got a hit. So We'll see. Kershaw strikes him out. Only a second K. He doesn't have his best stuff today. We're through 3.5. It's 3-2 Dodgers. Cruz, Kershaw, and Puig to face Miley here in the fourth. Cruz pops it up. There's an easy out for Gregorius. One down for Kershaw. And he strikes out. That's 5 strikeouts for Miley. And Puig is 2 for 2. That's far 2 singles. Steps in with great numbers against Miley again. This will not be a hit. Ground ball to Prado. Long throw across to Goldschmidt. 1-2-3 inning for Miley. We're through 4 complete. 3-2 Dodgers. Bottom of the order, Wilson, who got a single and an RBI his first time up, takes a second shot at Kershaw. And it looks like he got a base hit again. 2 for 2 for Josh Wilson today. Previously hitting 191. Wow. That tells you Kershaw doesn't have his best stuff today. All right. Miley should be bunting here. So we're going to bring the infield up. Let's see if he can successfully sacrifice. He did not. A double play on a sacrifice? Wow, you don't see that every day. Hernandez barehands it. He fires a second for 1, and the relay gets him at first. The runner is out, and the bunter is too. You don't hear that every day. All right. So nobody on, 2 out. That really helps Kershaw on the pitch count, and he's only at 67 thus far. The wind has changed, and it's now blowing out to right center. So in this area right here. Got to be careful there. All right, Pollock steps in. He's 0 for 2. He has not played well this series. Thus far, you never know. Kershaw throws, and Pollock swings. And there's a fly ball to Van Slyke. It's a can of corn. He drops the apron and collects the ball. So the Dodgers get a unique double play. We're through 4.5, and they still lead 3-2. Van Slyke, Schumacher, and Loney to face Miley. Van Slyke swings and hits a ball to left field. Right now it's unknown. It looks leveled off. Looks like Ross should be able to take care of this one. He makes the play. 1 down. Skip Schumacher steps in. He's 1 for 2. Pitch by Miley. Is a ground ball to Gregorius. Big hop. Slingshot throw gets him 2 out. James Loney 2 for 2 thus far in this game. 2 singles. Facing Miley. There's a ground ball to Gregorius. He's been busy. Big hop again. Long throw on target. A 1-2-3 inning for Miley. We're through 5. It's 3-2 Dodgers. All right. Kershaw with a 1-run lead, even though it says 74 pitches. Very rarely does somebody go to 115 out of 115. He can lose it at any time right now. We're going into the 6th. 3rd time around for the big boys here. Gregorius, Goldschmidt, and Ross. So it has to be careful. These numbers look good, but you never know. The pitch. And there's a base hit immediately past Schumacher. It's a poor play by Loney, I guess, that caused that single. All right. That's his 3rd. And so I thought it was, it was the error. First error, not poor play. Okay. What's first great play was in the last game. All right. I don't want to take him out. But he is not on his best behavior today. Let's see if we can see what his numbers are. 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 K is not the normal for him. Okay. And we all know how good Goldschmidt is. And we've also learned recently that just pushing the pitch around button is no guarantee to prevent a home run. Goldschmidt still with pedestrian type numbers here. We're going to give Kershaw at least one more chance here. Fewer hits, fewer Ks, more walks. We're going to try that. And there's a fly ball to left. It's leveled off. Van Slyke not going all the way back. Makes the grab? Yes, he does. Okay, so he dodged that one. 1 out. Gregorius returns to first. And here's Ross. And I think we all know Ross can hit lefties, right? His power is unbeatable. You can tie it, but you can't beat it. And his numbers are really good, even though he has 1 home run thus far and 29 at bats. So you have to be careful here. And I think we're going to try the pitch around again. Ross hits one right where the home run power is. And is it gone? Kemp going back to the wall makes the grab. The wind is blowing out right where it was hit. All right. Makes the catch on the track. 2 down. Gregorius not able to move, still at first. And Parado steps in. He just says, excuse me, I just hit a grand slam last game. Can't do that right now. The numbers don't look scary, so we're going to let him pitch right to him. And he hits a ground ball to Gordon. He's going to go the short way, and he gets Gregorius at second. So Kershaw gets through the heart of the order unscathed, except for a single by Gregorius. We're through 5.5. It's 3-2 Dodgers. 9 outs to a win. Okay, sure would like another run off Miley. Kemp gets a chance. He hits a ground ball to Prado. He makes a great play to get him. 1 out. I've been impressed with Arizona this series. They have played well. Much better than the series we played in Arizona. Hernandez steps in. Talk about impressive. Created a double play from the catching position. And he's 2 for 2 with 2 RBI. Not on this at-bat, though. Pops it up. It'll be that busy guy, Gregorius. Out into short left. 2 down for Gordon. Miley now at 91 pitches. Good bunt here. Yeah, let's take a shot. Miley gets it and throws him out. We're through 6. 2/3 of this game is complete, and the Dodgers still lead by the briefest of margins, 3-2. Nieves, Parra, Wilson. Anybody gets on? Miley or Miley spot. Kershaw at 95 pitches. Remember, that's just a number. Okay, any changes to be made here? Move Cruz over? Yeah, I like that idea. Let's see if I can do that. As poorly as Juan Uribe has hit thus far in the season, he's still a very good defensive third baseman. So let's see if I can move him. First of all, let's put Cruz at short. And then put Uribe in Gordon's spot. Apparently I can't do that, huh? Okay, let's see if I can do it on the board. Okay, can I put Cruz back at third? And put Gordon at short? I guess if I have to do that, I'll do it. Okay. We're still at 3.5 runs. We need to find that 4th run. All right. First of all, can I put Cruz at short? I can. There he is. All right. Now can I put Uribe in? That's third. And now he's in the 7th spot. Figured it out some way. Anybody in the outfield I want to change? I could bring in Victorino. This might be Kershaw's last inning to pitch. And then I could have Victorino hit for him, perhaps. Okay, infield looks good. Hernandez is probably done. So here comes the opportunity to have a third catcher and not fear anything. Okay, Ellis is in. That'll help Kershaw a little bit settle down, maybe. Okay, that's where we're at. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to Schumacher. He flips across to Loney. Easy. 8 outs, 2-1. Here's Parra, 1 for 2. Kershaw gonna go over the 100 pitch limit. Woo, close play at first on the comebacker, but he gets him. 2 outs, 7 outs to a win. Here's Josh Wilson. 2 for 2 today with an RBI. Kershaw walks him. He reaches 3 times in one game. I keep thinking the odds are on our side. Not today, apparently. Wilson a 5-runner, not much of a chance to steal. Here's Miley. Now, do we force their hands? They're not going to have him bunt with 2 outs. Are they going to pinch hit for him? And they do. And this is a guy who's done very well pinch hitting. Hit a home run in the first game of the series. Got a base hit in the second game as a pinch hitter. Those numbers are not good. But, and this is what scared me in the previous game, he has a 10 rating against, an 8 rating for home run power. I'm going to trust Kershaw. Double here ties the game at 107 pitches. See if he can get him out. There's a ground ball to Cruz. He goes a long way and out. He didn't get him. Can I challenge that? No, I guess not. All right, there's 2 on, 2 out. And A.J. Pollock has a chance to redeem himself for this series with 1 swing. Kershaw at 109 pitches. The OPS is not a lot. You gonna trust Kershaw, or are we gonna go to Kenley right here? Kenley's probably coming in next half inning. 382 OPS. Those numbers are not good for Pollock. He's given up a walk. He's given up an infield single. Go to Kenley here to try to shut this down? Or let Kershaw finish the half inning? You're 7 outs from a win. But you only have a 1-run lead. Look at the lefties on the bench. Only have two relievers, right-handed and 2 left-handed. Everybody else is down. So we can trust Kershaw to face him. Nope, we're not. Ooh, but if I do this, waste at bat. No, I don't care about that. Right now we're winning. That's all that matters. So that's it for Clayton. He leaves. He's given up 2 runs, 7 hits. A gutty performance. Not his best stuff by any means. I think he only had 2 strikeouts. I don't know if they'll show this. Yeah, they will. 2 strikeouts for him. That's just unreal. Okay, so Jansen pitched 2 days ago and gave up the game-losing 2-run shot to Goldschmidt. So he'll be angry and hoping to finish them off here. He's going to have the top of the order, not just this half inning, but next. All right, let's see if he can get out of this jam. First and second, 2 out, 3-2 Dodgers. The pitch by Jansen. Is a ground ball, or no, it's a liner right at Schumacher. He makes the catch, and the half inning is over. Diamondbacks threaten, have runners on first and second, but ultimately don't score. We're through 6.5. It's 3-2 Dodgers. Cruz, Jansen, and then Puig spot. Cruz with the fly ball to left. That's an easy out for Ross. The glove goes up and the ball comes down in it. Now, this is the part where it kind of got lost in at bat by having to go to Jansen early. He strikes out. 2 out for Puig. 2 for 3 thus far. Those bats were against Miley. That has hit a ton. Back goes Ross, but he's got it. It didn't fool me. Well, okay, it did. 1, 2, 3, half inning. We're through 7 complete. 3-2 Dodgers. Jansen against the big boys. Here we go. Gregorius, Goldschmidt, and Ross. This spot. Those were left-hander facing lefties. These are righties. So let's see what happens. And he strikes him out. That's the first one for Jansen. 1 out for Goldschmidt, who just homered against him the last time they faced each other. We're going after him. And he strikes him out. 2K. Jansen says, you can sit down now. And this is why we don't hold on to Jansen for the 9th. Because we needed him right there. All right, 2 out. Still not done. Still needs to get 1 more out. Ross steps in. The pitch by Jansen is a strikeout. Throw him out at first. 3K for Jansen. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. David Hernandez coming in to pitch. The Dodgers lead 3-2. David on the season with a .90 ERA. He's 1-1 with giving up 10 hits and 20 innings pitched. 6 walks and 20 strikeouts. A .448 ERA in the regular season. Wow. Okay. Like to get an insurance run here. Van Slyke is 0 for 3 on the game. Let's see what other options we have. Ethier has a good number there. Better than Victorino. And he's about the same defensively. So Andre Ethier steps in to face David Hernandez. See if he can do something. The pitch is a shot right at Gregorius. 1 out. Schumacher with 1 out. Hits a fly ball to right. Looks like that's going to end up in Parra's glove. He makes the grab. 2 down. And it's up to Loney if the Dodgers are going to do something in the bottom of the 8th. And Loney strikes out. 1, 2, 3 inning. We go to the 9th. 3-2 Dodgers. We never got that 4th run that we needed. Looking at the defense, Ethier's going in. Kept a 6 and a 964. I like Victorino. Okay. That looks, I mean, you'd love to have Mark Ellis here, but he's injured. This is about the best defensive lineup I can put out there on the field. Can Jansen's at 24 out of a possible 25 pitches versus Prado, Nieves, and Parra, who are no slouches. We can go with Jansen here, although he'll be over his pitches as soon as he throws one. Or we can go to the bullpen. And provided if we go to the bullpen, 3 lefties sit there waiting for an opportunity. So we're going to play this batter by batter. Prado normally hits better against a lefty. Belisario, not that great of a pitcher. But he's the choice. And this, we'll see if this triggers the bench coming in. 3 outs to a win. Can the Dodgers do it? They don't have Jansen. He's done his job. Pitch to Prado. There's a fly ball deep. Victorino to his left, watching it. To the track, to the wall. Makes a great play to make the catch. His 3rd of the season. Good substitution there. Give myself a pat on the back. Woo! He dove to get Prado out. Wow. 1 out. 2 outs to a win. Ronald, thanks for keeping me up to date on my heart medication there. I'll need it. Will Nieves gonna have a chance here. Let's see about him. He usually hits lefties better. We don't have anybody on the right-handed side, so we're gonna give him a chance here. Well, whoop. Let's see what his power numbers are versus a righty. As a 4. 1 for 3 on the day, the best defense I got. Here we go. Belisario facing Nieves is a fly ball to left field. Left center, back goes Victorino. This one looks a little short of the wall. He makes the grab. 2 down, 1 out to a win, and here's Parra. Parra likes to hit against right-handers, so we're not going to do that. He has not hit lefties very well thus far this season. So we're going to take the ball from Ronald. And the choices are these: JP or Paco. And the numbers favor Paco. So he's the decision. All right. On the slimmest of margins, we're going to try to win this game. Right here against Gerardo Parra. 1 out to a win. The pitch is a ground ball to somebody who made a great play to get him at first. I don't know if it's Schumacher or Loney. We'll see. It's Loney who makes the play, and the Dodgers get through it, throwing shutout ball after the 4th inning. And they get a close, much-needed win. Even though it's going to be a pitching duel, not all pitching duels are 2-1. This one was 3-2 or 1-0. Here you see the hits. 7 hits for both teams. A very close played game, but the Dodgers avoid the sweep at home. Miley with plus stuff, Kershaw with minus, and that I believe. And he only had 111 pitches. Jansen had some more in the bank. I could have used him. Belisario. And then Paco for his 3rd save of the season. Ramon Hernandez gets the MVP for the game. Kershaw gets his 5th win. Dodgers get just enough offense. And they still don't have double-digit losses. We'll see if Detroit loses a game. They're only at 7. Cincinnati at 8. Boston at 10. Atlanta 11 and Texas at 11 for those teams that are leading their division. St. Louis, honorable mention, they only have 11 also, but in 2nd place. Detroit won. So Detroit with the best record? Yes, so far in the league. That'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Missed It by How Much.